Guys are dumb. Like, we just try to please or say yes all the time. We'll go watch the dumb romantic comedy or go to the art gallery if we're not interested in art. If a woman were to say to me, you know, I would like to go to this art gallery, and just be like, no, I'm just not interested. I have no interest in art or whatever. And if she responds angrily or tries to shame you, tries to use shaming tactics, you know, if you're a real man, you would go with me or some shit like that. If you just want to get rid of her, she's going to be a royal pain in the ass. She's going to try to shame you or convince you to do things that you're not interested in.
The whole problem with feminism, as you heard, is that it's all built around the feels. It's all built around, I'm a victim. That's the biggest problem with it, is for you to be a feminist, you have to adopt a victim mindset. And for you to have a victim mindset, you have to have an oppressor. And if you have an oppressor, that's somebody that you don't like. And who's the oppressor? It's always the guy. That's why you hear things like misogyny and the patriarchy, and they make up all these stories about women making less money for the same jobs that guys do. But if that was true, then corporations would hire only women to do the job. So it just becomes like a whingy, whiny sort of thing. Of course, I would know the things that I know right now.
It's difficult to admit, but it's understandable why they would choose to go their own way. And what's frightening is that there's actually a rational reason for men going their own way. While you can think what you want about it, but this is a huge issue for women, their future, their families, and their ability to find a partner. A population of good men is leaving because they're tired of women. If you've been told your entire life that you're bad and wrong just for being a man, and that you have toxic masculinity. There's a famous saying that a woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle, and that men are basically useless and terrible, and that women are superior in our society. It's very callous towards men. The only message most men here in the world get is that they're a bumbling buffoon. TV shows are full of idiot men. Society is against them. All they hear about is how stupid men are, and it's the masses of women who are taking over the culture and representing. Women are loud and mean, and they claim to want equality. That's what men are hearing right now. Why aren't they marching in the streets to change the laws governing alimony, child support, and child custody? Because women desire superiority over equality. Because men are now subjugated to the law and to women, the male gender has more of a slave state. And no one believes it except the men who go through the court. But most of them believe they are exempt until they find themselves in a bad situation. A lot of them have gotten screwed over in terrible relationships and divorces, and gotten their kids taken away from them. So it's an understandable response. You can't speak up as a man in the United States of America. I think most women are more collectivists, more in that socialist mindset, so I don't think you'll see a big change. I believe that change will have to come from men. Women's lives will not change until men have the opportunity to examine, define, and change their own lives. I sometimes think that the 20th century was the century in which women made all of these massive changes, and that the 21st century will be the century in which men adapt to the changes that women have made, and that those men are doing something about it. They're saying, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm not getting married or divorced, and I'm not going to put up with any more insults. They don't just sit around trying to live their lives through women. They have many hobbies, they go out, they buy that land, they get motorcycles, they have a good time, and they enjoy life without having to deal with the stress of women. The society that tells them to have a woman in their life. How would you feel if you weren't attracted to a woman or cared to be loving or romantic towards her, relaxed right? So men going their own way is a reaction to all the trouble society has caused over the years, and I believe it is a rational reaction. Men finally say, hey, we've given you everything you want, you're equal in every way, and you're still shaming us, so we're done. They are going their own way, leaving the dating scene and living their lives on their own terms. Don't forget to hit the like button to help spread the word about this video. Thank you for taking your daily dose of red pills, and remember that a red pill a day keeps bad poker hands away. So have a good rest of your day and cheers.